Now, philanthropy has changed and grown since I first entered the field some 20 years ago. More African Americans are on staff at foundations and in significant roles of leadership as trustees, presidents, and executives. The recent data from the Council on Foundations indicates that 23.2% of program staff at foundations are members of minority groups, and a little more than 11% are African Americans. At the leadership level, only 6% of foundation executives are people of color, and 10% are trustees. Now, since we accounted for only 1% in the leadership category in 2000, this is significant and a hopeful increase. We should also note that racial and minority groups receive less than 10% of all foundation grants each year. In addition to that, more African Americans are participating in philanthropy as donors in unique and different ways. We are more engaged than ever before in volunteer efforts and in giving circles. My favorite example of this giving, by the way, and it's not the only one, but it is one that I like a lot, and it is a group of African American women in Boston called Divas Uncorked. They first gathered to taste and enjoy wine as friends. While doing so, they began to plan their charitable activities together, which included raising money to support issues they cared deeply about, such as education and scholarships. Now, this example shows how the simple ordinariness of our lives can be transformative for others and can include philanthropy. It also shows the growth of new philanthropy in our community that is complementing the strong tradition of giving in the African community that has occurred mostly through our churches and faith-related work. More philanthropic activities are occurring every year, and this gives us all hope. However, despite the gains we've made in the philanthropic sector, I have the nagging sense that many African Americans working in the field feel alone and isolated. They feel a strong desire to make a significant difference in the African American community, but lack the vehicles to do so. At the same time, communities of color, especially African American communities, are becoming poorer and less stable. We who are engaged professionally in philanthropy, we cannot allow either of these scenarios to continue. We must draw upon our rich African American history to integrate who we are and what we know to be true in our communities to address these situations. Just as Deacon Jones or Big Mama would have wrapped their arms around those new in philanthropy, we must do so too. We must help them understand that as African Americans in this work, we bear a great responsibility to bring resources, relationships, and access to our communities.